Hey guys, I wanted to come in and speak today. There's been so many cool things going on, but in essence, today is the winter solstice. It has begun, and this is a really, depending on where you are in the world, you're either starting the summer solstice or the winter solstice. And what's up, everyone? We are going to talk about the winter solstice. It is 12/21, like 21. What a great, let's just talk about the numerology here for a minute. If you guys missed it, I did my 2022 intuitive forecast. You can check it out in my videos. But what I really want to, so what's up, everyone? How is everybody doing on the first day of the winter solstice? Are we feeling the energy and the good vibes, that are happening? So, I am. Like, what's going on, everyone? So, I just got off of doing an awesome little guest appearance for my girl, Nicole Moore, with an awesome, she's been doing a 21-day beauty live challenge. So if you guys have not been a part of that, go and check her out. She's amazing little celebrity love expert over there, Nicole Moore. But I really want to talk about the winter solstice because I think it's such an important time of year for us to really go into this, especially heading into the new year. This is a heavy time of reflection and introspection, and we really want to keep that positive. So definitely go and check out my 2022 intuitive forecast so you can see what the energy is really all about and the intuitive guidance that came through and what we can expect heading into 2022 and how to play out and go big in that way. Right now with the winter solstice energy, and this is what I really want to say for all my lady loves out there, guys, this is a time to really harness the energy. So you may be feeling extra busy this time of year. There's a lot to do, a lot to get done. And I will also say this is also a really beautiful time to allow for the incubation, if you will. So if you're feeling called to nest, if you're feeling called to do creative projects at home, to clear out clutter, to create space, right? Words that keep coming to me are grace and space. Allow for that in this time in winter. I really want to remind everybody that we are animals by nature. So this isn't the time to come out of the shell, if you will. Some of you are feeling ramped up in that energy, which is beautiful, and you want to honor that. But this is also a really beautiful time to go inward, a time to get clear on your goals, a time to rest more, a time to get grounded in a meditative practice, get grounded in, grounded is the key word here. I just said it about 10 times. I'm like, how many more times can I say grounded? But everything from grounded foods to grounded practices to things that support you in feeling whole, right? My entire business is called wholeness, right? Wholeness is coming back to the truth of who you are before you ever thought you were less than, whether due to a trauma, a number on a scale, or any limiting beliefs. So the winter solstice is not only a time of rebirth, but we have to first go inward and really look at what are the things that we're wanting for ourselves. Yes, happy winter solstice, my sister love. So you really want to look at that. And going into this new year, what a lot of people do is they love to make their goal list and their resolutions. Often though, many I find put a lot of goals down that are just carried over from the year before, but they're not actually grounded in why they want those goals. They're not really emotionally connected to why they want that goal. They're not really the connected to the how good it will feel, connected to why they even want it. They just kind of want it because they think they should, or it's a natural next step, or due to their age or a progression in life. I want you guys to be grounded in your goals. And so a great way to do this is to actually write a list of the things that you don't like that are currently happening in your life. And the best way to know what you want is to get really clear on what you don't want anymore. What don't you want anymore? What isn't working for you anymore? What are you fed up with in your life? Where are you? And I know you might be going, I thought you just said we need to get grounded in this love for ourselves. I do, but you also want to be in a space of like, okay, these are things that aren't working. And in me knowing what isn't working and knowing what I don't want, I am so clear on what I do want. So that part of me that wants to go, I don't know, and I'm not sure, or just wants to repeat like, oh, I need to lose 10 pounds and I'm going to find the love of my life. Like, get around it. Like, what is on your heart? What do you want? And ground into it and connect to it emotionally, right? The winter solstice is about being in the body. It's about grounding foods. And I'm going to get into the diet and things to eat at this time of year, and also practices. So this is a time, and also wellness things that we're needing for ourselves. But first and foremost, let's get really clear on what isn't working anymore. And then, so on one page, you're going to write all the things that you're done with. And on another page, you're going to write, you'll get really clear what's the opposite. So if you're done being late, for example, and you're like, I'm done always being late, or I'm done not paying these bills on time, or I'm done. Okay, it's like, now I pay my bills on time. I am somebody that blank, right? I'm done saying I'm going to travel and I never do it. Regardless of COVID or anything else going on in the world, this is my year of travel. I'm committed to going to these places, right? So you're going to do the opposite. So I want you to do that. And then when you're looking at that list of what you want for yourself, really read it and go, which one evokes emotion from me? Which one grounds me into my next level? Which one has me feeling excitement where I'm like, oh, if I did that, I can see people complimenting me on running a marathon and I'm proud of myself. I can see myself, I'm just making things up here. Do you guys get what I'm saying though? You want to be grounded in an emotional connection to it, so it's not just like, I double my income this year. I blah, blah, blah. None of that has an emotional connection. Therefore, it's got no energy. It's got no vibrational frequency. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. If we have no vibrational energy, then how is anything going? What is the richness for it to come to fruition? It's almost just like a dead statement, right? We don't want that. It's just like when I've shared with you guys the importance of words. We don't want flatlined energy words. You look fine. Who wants to look fine? You want to look fabulous, right? We don't just want like foods, oh, that tastes okay. Why would we ever want to ingest something that just tastes okay? You want something that's freaking delicious, right? So we want to use words. I want an extraordinary life. I don't want to be average, right? So we want to use words that add an energetic vibration, that bring it to life and create a sensation, right? So during the winter solstice, you're also going to notice that you're needing more time to sleep. If you've been noticing you want to go to bed earlier or you're wanting to stay in bed later, adjust your timing for that. If you're a member of the 4 a.m. club and you're like, man, this is starting to feel like it's a bit much, trust in your body and trust what you're being guided to. It doesn't mean you won't go back to that, but right now during this season, your body might need a higher level of calibration energetically to align you to the goals that you're setting forth, right? So first we're talking about goals, we're talking about incubating, and we're talking about for the allowance of them to come to fruition, right? Yes, Cindy, girl, I love the comments. Thank you, love. So do you guys see that that's what we're doing here? So I'm giving you a step-by-step on what to do. Then you're going to notice that your body's going to crave things that are more grounding. I don't care if you live in places like me in Florida or California or other places that are super warm. You're going to want grounding foods. Your body's going to crave it. Remember, we are coded on a cellular level. You've got your DNA and your lifeline of foods of our ancestors that are pulling you forward, that are heightening your cravings. So even if it's like 100 degrees outside, you might notice that you're like, I'm really wanting sweet potatoes. I'm wanting some soup. I'm wanting lentils. I'm wanting meats. I'm wanting heavier fruits. I don't want a cold smoothie. I want this, right? So you want to be grounded. Yes, honey, grounded. Exactly, Sarah. So good to see you, honey. So do you see that? So you're going to want foods. Again, I just want you to write winter solstice equals grounded. We want to get grounded. You want to get grounded. You are planting the seeds so that you blossom and grow. Yes, blossom and grow. So we're blossoming and growing in the new year, but you're planting the seeds. That's what winter solstice is all about. You're planting the seeds to go big. So in springtime, everything can bloom and it's all right there for you. So this isn't, I know I'm talking and saying like you might be noticing we want to slow our pace a bit. It's not about slowing and not being productive. It's about slowing to be intentional. Very, very intentional, so you are grounded. What's up, Tracy Campoli? Guys, best workouts on that woman's site. You guys have to go check her out, YouTube, and on Instagram, of course, but on YouTube, her workouts. You will feel the burn, I'm telling you. Watch your body transform. So I'm saying this though, because with the winter solstice, it's really, really important. We're grounding in, but everything that you're doing is setting the stage for you to expand big time, right? What you saw in my 2022 intuitive forecast, I really said this is the time to leap in 2022. So we're setting the stage for the leaping, but you don't leap when you're at the end of a sprint. Right? You don't leap when you're so tired going into 2022 that you're like, I've run myself ragged. I don't know what I want, but I know I want to go big. You get clarity plus inspired action will yield your desired result. You get clear, you lay the groundwork, you allow for it to incubate and cement in. You cement in the belief of having it. You cement in the belief of the leaping. You allow for the nourishing of the body through the foods, fennel, like I said, salmon, heavier meat, stews, sweet potato, your winter squashes, right? It's so beautiful. Really, really having things of that nature, Brussels sprouts, eating in the season, like I said, fennel, getting those spices in there. You know, I eat clean and you know, adding in these spices is just absolutely beautiful. Curries even, like, it's just so great. Cinnamon and, you know, adding just cinnamon revs your metabolism, adds to your immunity, adds to your mental clarity. Adding, you know, a tablespoon of cacao to your coffee gives you that clear focus and alignment and energy, right? So you know, you might be wanting more of that dark chocolate, coffees, even things of that nature. So have them, allow for that. Enjoy the nourishment, be with the body, talk to your body. I'm so grateful for this highly nourishing food. Body, we love what we're about to eat, and we release with ease what isn't working for us. Body, we love what we're about to eat, and we release with ease what isn't working for us, right? So you're really, really in that space. Now, yes, turmeric, absolutely. That was another one I was going to say. Thank you, Cindy. So do you see? So we really want to come into that space. Now, then we're looking at movement. Guys, I cannot say this enough. Just because it can be cold outside where you are does not mean that you stop moving your body. I just did in my stories today. Don't let the holidays be an excuse for not taking care of you. Don't let the holidays, oh, I'm so busy. There's always a reason. There's always a reason not to work out. You got to find all the reasons why and tie yourself to those, right? We can always fight for our limitations. I need you to fight to get around your limitations and fight for your greatness, right? So this entire winter solstice, we want to allow for the sleep. I cannot say this enough, guys. Sleep is when divine consciousness comes in and literally does like surgery on you while you sleep. It's when you set into motion the mindset up-leveling that you desire. It's when you set into motion the rewiring of the subconscious brain, right? You guys know I'm a master hypnotherapist. This is when we set into motion that we are healing the body. So if you have any ailments, if you have any illness, you guys know I've healed myself of cancer, I've healed myself of IBS, I've healed myself of SIBO, I've done all the things. You set into motion at night your own personal healing. You ask for the guidance, you ask for your guides to come in and heal your body, and you want to allow for that. That is when you are reading what you want for 2022 scripted. You are reading those goals that you are setting forth and allowing it to take hold in the subconscious, and you are going to sleep so it can rewire your brain. So I say this because sleep is not something we want to skimp on. Everyone's body is different. Some of you will be like, I don't need more than 6 hours. I can tell you, I thrive. I'm like Wonder Woman on 10. 9, I feel like a champion. 8, we're doing good. 7, it's starting to go downhill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nope, I need to go back up. But I'm telling you, like, I am Wonder Woman. At like 10, it's like, I don't even know what just happened. I'm a completely, like, and for any of you that struggle with seasonal light disorder, depression, anxiety, overwhelm, high stress disorders, anything of that nature, the more you can sleep, the more you are doing yourself a favor. Sleep and movement are like your prescription, and staying away from sugar, because eat crap, feel crap, think like crap. And the cycle continues. That was eloquently said, I know, but it's so true. I cannot tell you the number of people that come to me telling me that they're depressed, and when we clean up their diet, they're happy as can be. And it was really about getting them off the sugar, and that made all the difference. So another thing that I will tell you with when I'm talking about grounding foods, guys, I'm not talking about sitting around and like eating, just mass amounts of carbs. I'm talking about eating nourishing foods that nourish you, nourish what your body is craving, not what your mind is craving, what your body is craving. When you are tuned in with your body, it will guide you to optimal foods for health, optimal foods for healing, optimal foods for aging backwards, optimal foods for protecting the brain, and so on and so on. Okay, so beautiful for you to know. So again, with this winter solstice, let's recap. We want to first get clear. The theme of the winter solstice is grounding in. In this live so far, we've talked about optimal foods to eat, lifestyle practices, the need for sleep, listening to the body, how to connect in. And also the other thing that I will say with the connecting in is also the power of breath. Bringing breath to all that you do, breathing deeper, getting out in nature, making sure to keep movement an active part of everything that you do, trusting in what the body is guiding you to. Animals by nature, we need to ground in. This is a time of incubation. It is not a time of sprinting. We first want to get grounded. Clear intention plus inspired action will yield your desired result. We know what we want by knowing what we don't want. First and foremost, write a list. All the things that you don't want, write them out, write them out, write them out. I don't want this anymore. I'm sick and tired of this limiting belief. I'm done with not achieving this goal. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I don't want that. I want to hit this, blah, 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 blah. Then on a flip side, you write, I am or I have, and you write out the things that you want. You're going to read that every night before you go to bed to help rewire your subconscious mind. You're going to read it first thing when you wake up in the morning. You're going to allow for grounding foods. You're going to eat nourishing foods. The goal is to nourish you. It's not to cloud your brain or numb you out. It is to nourish you, right? We are grounding. Why do we ground? Why do we get cemented in the beliefs that we want to have and in our own internal transformation and go within during this time? We do it so that when spring comes, we leap, right? And we bloom and we blossom and we go really big. So we set the foundation for ourselves to go there. Does that make sense, guys? So we really want to do all these things to foster this time. We want to allow for the introspection. We want to allow and go, what did I learn from this last year? What lessons am I taking with me? What do I want to do differently? And what am I really proud of myself that I'm going to celebrate endlessly, right? So that, because you can't get to where you want to be by condemning what you've done. You get to where you want to be by celebrating all you've done. Even if it doesn't live up to your standards, and get out of the comparison game. The only person you compare yourself to is you. Your soul came here for your own personal evolution and expansion. So what do you want that to look like and feel like, right? So we want to allow for that. We want to allow to go within. We don't want to be so hurried that we're not present. Presence is the present. Sound like a broken record because I said it so often, but it's so true. Presence is the present. The past only exists in your mind. It only lives in your mind. So let's focus on the present to dictate our future and no longer let the past be what creates our future, but instead allow the present moment and the gifts in the present moment to be what helps us to create what's next for us, right? So these are my takeaways for the winter solstice. This is what I wanted to leave you guys with. If you resonated with this, I would love a heart. I would love a heart, like on my thing, a little like. I'd love a comment. What did you get most? What spoke to you the most? DM me any questions you have, and let's rock this winter solstice out and ride this energy wave so that we leap to where we want to be in 2022 and continuing in the new year. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, if you did, you'll love my intuitive forecast for 2022 and channeled guidance. You can get that on my page, Melissa.Kathryn. Check it out. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, leave me any comments. I am here in support and love you much, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.